Welcome, folks. You know what it is. I am Gene. I'm your host, and this is Folks Unfettered, where we encourage our audience to speak freely. I wanted to come to you briefly just to give you a preview of what's coming up on our next episode. We're going to have an author on Wednesday. We will be live, and he wrote a book. I am leaving the author and the title of that book a mystery for now because we want you to log in and hear from him. He also is a co-host of a podcast, and we'll be getting to all that on the next episode of Folks Unfettered, which will be the day after tomorrow, which will be Wednesday morning. You can catch us live in our conversation at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be having a conversation with Bill. We will be talking about his podcast. We also will be talking about his book. We hope that you will join us for that exciting episode. And we look forward to your participation in the program. Secondarily, we are working with another host who has a political podcast. We're going to be having conversations. We're kind of putting everything together right now to have a conversation about the upcoming political cycle. We'll be talking about our former president and some of the challenges that he's facing, as well as our current president. That's going to be a very interesting conversation. We're going to have that as more of a town hall. So we will be sending out links and connections to those of you in the audience who have something to say. This would be our inaugural attempt at this. And so I happen to be a guest on his podcast, and we're looking for people that are on both sides of the aisle, whether you are a conservative, Republican, whether you're a Trumpster, anti-Trump, or a liberal progressive. We want to be able to have a debate, a conversation about why we all believe what we believe and some of the challenges that we're facing right now. And we want to do that in a town hall format. So that is something that Evan and I came up with. I'm kind of working it out, and I'll be putting that stuff together for those of you that are so inclined to have the conversation. So I think it's going to be really, really interesting. It's going to be fun. I've got to get myself sort of together there. And so it's going to be fun. It's going to be encouraging and uplifting, I hope. What we hope to gain out of that episode is really just more of a sense of civil, healthy debate, and instead of screaming at each other, having our conversations. So we'll see how it goes. We'll give it a shot. We'll let you know what it does. But tune in, definitely tune in to us on our Wisdom Wednesday here on Folks Unfettered, as we will be having a conversation with a friend of mine who wrote a book that I think you will find compelling, as well as his podcast. You're going to have to tune out to find out who it is, the book that he wrote, and his podcast, and where you can listen to him and another dear friend of mine that hosts this show of theirs. And we're really looking to get as much participation as we can. So here we are encouraging our audience, our listeners, and our viewers to speak freely. And you can catch us on our YouTube channel, Folks Unfettered, Speak Freely, as well as on your favorite streaming platform. So I'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining us on this podcast. Oh, by the way, if you noticed, behind me is our new logo. And I launched the logo. We're going to, a couple of days ago, we're working on merchandising and branding. And it was a more acceptable logo than having my face all plastered all over some of your favorite gear. So we're going to be putting that together from, I haven't really decided yet, from, coffee mugs, T-shirts, polo shirts. It just aligns with what I'm working with from some of the people that are creating this stuff for me. So we would encourage you to when that comes out, be on the lookout for it. We encourage you to pick up merchandising as we get these things together. Bear with us; it's coming. It's going to be fun. It's going to be cool to kind of see how many of the tribe actually participate in getting our merchandise. So that's a plug for there. So a lot of really the sky's the limit on what we're going to do there. So those of you that have been following me for a while prior to the podcast and then on my television appearance, you know that I have a certain style that has always worked for me. Although you see me these days a little bit more casual, that is the just my own shift and change to try to relax myself quite a bit. But I think it's important to spread the love, and so part of the merchandising, a percentage of our merchandising, will go to certain charitable organizations that we're looking into, that we want to contribute to some initiatives. I have friends of mine that are missionaries, and they spend their time going overseas, helping people that are in Kenya, Nigeria. They're yet to be named but that is our goal and our focus and our purpose here on Folks Unfettered. So we're going to be looking for you and your support. We're going to give you some really great merchandise that we hope you can hang your hat out, knowing that it's going to be going to several good causes. Those causes will be announced as I finalize the ink on some of the projects that we're working on. So thank you so much for your continued support over these last several years with Folks Unfettered. More importantly, I'm more surprised about how this experiment of mine, this personal challenge of mine, has really taken hold. So thank you as we continue to grow and try some different things on the program to bring you more relevant information, conversation, and debates to help make your life better than it is or was yesterday. That's our goal here on Folks Unfettered. So that's my personal goal. So hang in there with us. Come and check us out on Wisdom Wednesday, as we'll be having a live conversation with a friend of mine, and we're also building a town hall so we're going to have a discussion, and where all voices are welcome and to be heard. The only thing that is acceptable is to disagree, but also to disagree civilly, and I believe that we can do that. So thank you for catching us here on Folks Unfettered, and as always, I'm that brother of light, dropping wisdom in your left ear and knowledge in your right. Take care, folks, and